thanks for coming today. This is Exercise with Otto. My name is Haley. This is going to be a yin yoga class. So this means we hold poses a little bit longer, maybe 2 to 5 minutes, but we use our blocks to support us. Hold your body up a little bit, let your muscles relax, stay calm, close your eyes, and just breathe. So tonight we're going to get started in a child's pose. We're going to come onto our knees. We're just going to spread our knees a little bit wider. If your hips don't come quite down to your feet, you want to sit on a block. Raise yourself up just a little bit. And from there, we're going to slowly come forward. Let your hands go forward, your forehead comes down. If your forehead does not reach the ground, you want to come onto a block. Let yourself rest. Continue to breathe deeply. You want to let your eyes close. Let everything fall out of your head. No worries, no thoughts, no anxieties. We want to shift our focus to our breath. Deep inhales through the nose and open the mouth to sigh it out. Let it go. We'll do a few more breaths like that. Deep in through the nose and open the mouth, sigh it out. One more inhale. And open the mouth, let it go. From here, we're going to breathe in and out through the nose. Continue with deep, even, long breaths. Let yourself sink into every pose. And whenever your mind starts to wander, come back to your breath. During this class, I do like to offer a few physical adjustments to help you get deeper into a pose or further relax. If you are okay with me touching you, please place one of your palms face up on the mat. That'll let me know you are okay with that. Otherwise, I will leave you alone to rest throughout your practice. As we come out of any pose, we want to move very slowly, gently pushing into the hands, taking a longer time than you think you need to come up. We'll end up sitting back towards our heels. Whenever you get upright, just take a deep inhale and exhale, let it go. You may notice any sensations washing over the body. Let them come and let them pass. From here, we're going to transition into our next pose, a frog pose. So we're going to keep this position with our legs, knees wide. You can walk them out a little bit more if you want. We're going to slowly come forward, this time onto our forearms. You can stay here if you'd like. If you want to move a little bit deeper, you can lift your hips up so they're in line with your knees. You don't want to go too far forward or backwards, right in line. If you'd like, you can also extend your arms out, bringing your forehead to the ground. And if you want to get a little bit deeper into this pose, you can bring your toes apart. Try to line up your ankles with your knees. Leaving your hips up, but your chest down. Once again, close your eyes. Let yourself rest. Sink into the pose. Continue to breathe deeply. Throughout these poses, whenever you feel a little bit of discomfort, let it come, let it pass. We want to focus on keeping our body still, on keeping our mind still. We can still one, we can still the other. If you do need to move, we take tiny movements, wiggling the fingers or the toes, but avoiding larger movements, making sure we're not moving our muscles, letting them fully relax. Because as we let our muscles relax, the work goes to our joints. In turn, instead of our muscles getting stronger and more flexible, it is our joints and our connective tissue that work alongside our muscles that we are working with instead. Though it may not feel like you're doing much at any given time, let yourself settle in, slow down. And before we come out of this pose, I want you to listen carefully. We're going to come out of this the exact opposite way that we came into it. So if your heels are separated, you want to bring your toes back together first. Next, we're going to keep our chest down, but shift your hips back towards your heels, like we're back in that child's pose. You can wait here for a moment or begin to push into the hands. Once again, coming up slowly. Let your head hang. And every time we get upright, we take a deep inhale through the nose and open the mouth to let it go. From here, we can swing our legs around. Maybe step our feet wide, drop your knees side to side, just wiggle out your hips a little bit. You can even lean back, take a little back bend if you want. Use this moment to do what you need to bring some movement back into the body, release that tension. Maybe you want to roll your ankles, roll your neck. When you're ready, we're going to swing ourselves back around onto our knees, coming into a tabletop position. From here, we're going to come into a thread the needle pose. We're going to lift the right arm up. And as we exhale, we're going to lower it down, thread it behind the left wrist. Slowly come down onto your shoulder, onto your cheek. You can place a block under your shoulder or neck if you need to. You can also sink your hips back if that feels more comfortable, keeps you a little more on balance. Your left arm can stay as it is. You can extend it out towards the front of the room if you'd like. Or if you want, you can wrap that arm around behind your back, reaching for the crease of your hips, as long as it's not putting too much tension on your neck. Once again, we let our eyes close. Breathe deeply. Settle in. Once again, as we come out of this pose, we want to first meet with our left palm back by our cheek if it's not already there. Slowly, we are going to push into that hand, rising up. Maybe you want to lift that right arm up, then set it back down. You can take a few moments here, maybe do a few cat-cow. Lifting the chin, dropping the belly, curling the tailbone. Exhale, we curl the tailbone, round the spine, drop the head. You can do a few of those if you like, maybe taking some circles with your hips, your shoulders. You can roll out your wrists or ankles, your neck if you need to. You want to listen to your body in this moment, doing what you need to release that tension, letting it go. And we'll meet back on hands and knees when we're ready to do the other side. This time we inhale, the left arm rises. We exhale, it comes down behind the right wrist. We lower down slowly. When your shoulder and neck reach the ground, your right arm either stays as it is, comes out in front of you, or you can wrap it around behind your back. Once again, you can place a block underneath your shoulder and neck if there's a little too much pressure there. Wherever you are, you want to breathe in deeply. Find what position works for you. Not worrying about what you did on the other side. Knowing that our right and left sides of our body are not in perfect balance right now. We want to take that time to recognize what we are capable of in the present moment. Not worrying about what we should be able to do, what we want to be able to do, but where you are right now. In yin, we take the time to slow down because less is more. We always pull back a little bit. We listen to our limits instead of pushing them. We meet our body where it can be instead of asking our body to do more than it is normally capable of. We always shift our focus inward in yoga so that we can learn more about ourselves. We can better understand who we are, what we are capable of. And we know then in everyday lives when we reach our limit. We can learn how to better take care of ourselves under stressful situations, how to calm ourselves down, how to let go of any tension as you need it. If that right hand isn't where you left it, put it back by your cheek. We again slowly push into that hand, coming up. Maybe that left arm rises before we set it back down. And maybe you want to do a few cat-cows here, letting your spine move. And always sit back, roll out your wrists, your shoulders, your neck. Again, using this time for you. When you're ready, we're going to swing our legs around, come onto our butts, scoot a little bit forward on our mats, and we're going to lay back down. We want to extend both legs first. And we're going to pull the right knee into our chest. Leave that left leg extended along the ground. Our right arm is going to drop out toward like a T. And we're going to bring the right leg across our body towards the opposite side. Maybe you shift your hips back a little bit. You can look over that right arm if you need to. If your leg does not reach the ground, you want to place a block underneath your knee. Make sure you are fully supported. We don't want anything hovering the ground. We want both shoulders relaxed, our knees supported. Once again, let your eyes close. Continue to breathe in deeply. Find the position that your body needs to be in right now. Once again, as we come out of any pose, we move slowly, bringing that right leg back up through center. We can bring our right arm around it, pull it in, give it a little squeeze before we let it go, releasing it next to the left leg. We'll switch sides, left knee pulling in, the right knee extending. We drop our left arm out to the side and our knee falls across our body, maybe shifting your hips back. Letting your head fall over to that left arm if it doesn't bother your neck. Once again, placing a block under your knee if needed. Making sure you are resting, shoulders on the ground. Again, remembering that each side of our body is not going to be the same, not going to be in perfect balance. So take your time, work with your body, find what position works for you. Letting the eyes close, breathing in deeply. Letting your shoulders, your neck rest easy against the ground. We often hold a lot of tension in our shoulders. We carry the weight of our head every day. So as we lay down, we like to give those muscles a break. Let your arms relax. As we come out of this pose, we lift our knee back through center. Give it a little squeeze, pull it in, and we'll extend it back out. From here, you want to have a block handy. We're going to come into a bridge pose. We're going to plant both feet close to our hips, about hips width apart, toes facing forward. Arms go by our side. With an inhale, you want to lift your hips up and you're going to slide your block underneath you, either on that first or second level. Whatever works for you. You want to place it closer down towards your tailbone, not on your lower back. just a little bit lower so it is supporting your hips. Settle down. You can rest your arms by your side, or if you want to bring this into your upper body, you can extend both arms above your head, letting your knuckles rest against the ground. Wherever you are, take a moment to settle in. Maybe adjust that block if you need to. You do feel any immediate numbness when your arms go overhead, then bring them back down. We don't want to pinch a nerve. We don't want to be in pain. Because numbness over time is okay. It is just a sensation that will come and go in waves. It will get intense, it will build, and then it will fall away. In yin, it's important to learn the difference between sensations and pain. Because we can get through a sensation, we know it is not our body telling us we are in danger. But pain is something we want to avoid. That is why we take slow movements. We use our props. We pull back just a little bit without testing our limits. We want to keep our body in a comfortable state where we can tell ourselves we're safe. It is okay. This is a good place to be. You do not have to worry. You do not have anything to fear. You can let yourself go and simply breathe, giving yourself the time and space to heal in many different ways. If your arms are up overhead, you want to very slowly bend at the elbow to drag your arms along the ground, back down by your sides. From here, with your next inhale, we're going to lift our hips off the block, reach underneath you, slide it out, place it to the side, and come down slowly. We're going to bring our knees into our chest, wrap your arms around it, give yourself a little hug. With one last deep inhale, maybe you curl your forehead to your knees, you tense your body up. With your exhale, let everything go. Come down onto your back into Shavasana, our final resting pose. Your arms can be by your side, palms facing up, or maybe resting on your lower belly. You can let your legs flop out wide, or if there's any tension in your lower back, bend your knees, plant your feet, and let your knees knock together, letting your spine rest flat on the ground. You want to let your eyes close and release your breath, letting it fall back into its natural state. No longer worried about keeping it even or deep, letting everything go, surrendering into your mat for these final moments of relaxation.